Hey everyone, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And welcome back to another color class. And today's color class is going to be an interesting one because we are looking at Disney princesses and determining their season.
I mean, what good is it to know how to do color analysis if you can't do the princesses?
So let's go ahead. Our first Disney princess is Rapunzel. And this is before they chopped off all that gold, luscious hair.
Gold.
I feel like
There's a clue.
Uh-oh. Oops, did I give it away? Not yet. So we do have gold. It's blonde, golden, yellowish
Are
hair.
there red or gold highlights?
The whole thing is gold.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it's like magical glowing hair.
There you go. Okay. Well, that gives us a clue.
We also have, let's see, some lighter eyebrows, medium to light eyebrows.
Still warm.
We have some turquoise, teal looking eyes.
Turquoise looking.
Yeah. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Some turquoise. Falling more green, though, which is interesting.
Yeah, it looks like the rim is teal.
Yeah.
And the inside is moving toward green.
Ooh, okay. We have a pink flush to her cheeks, but I don't see any freckles.
Mm-hmm.
I do see a pink lip. That top, this looks a little bit more corally, and the bottom looks a little bit more magenta-y.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's also in a lavenderish
Lavender.
corset dress. Yes. So, what season? Now, if I was working off the 4-season palette, I would look at her hair. We have a very warm hair, but it's also light. So I'm seeing light and I am seeing warm, which places her in the spring category. Mm-hmm. And those eyes as well, those teal green eyes. Mm-hmm. The skin tone is a bit neutral, though. You know what?
That's okay.
Let's pull a color picker, actually. Why not? Because that could be fun to see exactly where her skin tone lies.
I think it's kind of peachy.
A little on the warmer side. If we pulled exactly what color it is. So yeah, it definitely feels a little bit warmer. But that pink little flush.
I think it's fine. Mm-hmm. I think she's spring. However, Sarah, I think that the animators put her in the wrong color. And I think you should put her in the right color. How about that?
I think a beautiful green corset dress would have been stunning. So we have a spring. Now, if we were moving into the 6 palette system, we have light, we have warm. Do we have soft or do we have clear? What was our big characteristic of clear? What makes somebody
those
clear?
Big window, glassy, gorgeous, glass-like eyes.
Mm-hmm. So not only do we have a light, a warm, but we also have a clear girly hair. Now, what would you say her dominant characteristic is, though?
Well, here's the problem, because we always say you can determine a person's dominant characteristic by what someone would say about them if they were running away from the scene of a crime.
Oh, well, Rapunzel.
Hello. So the color of her hair may not have done it, but the length of her hair and the magicality of her hair would probably make them notice her hair first. Mm-hmm. So I would probably give her a warm.
Because she does have the warmer eyebrows too. That's a big characteristic of a warm. Even though she doesn't have eyelashes, she does have a top liner on. Maybe if we shifted that top liner a little bit warmer.
So I'm with warm. What about you?
I think so too. And I believe a characteristic of the warm palette was indistinguishable eyelashes because they might be blonde or brown. So I'm pretty sure if we look at eyelashes as well, she would fall into the warm dominant characteristic.
Yep.
But I mean, if she was running away from a scene of a crime as our go-to saying for our dominant characteristics, yeah, that hair would just give her away.
Dominant.
All right, Mulan. Mulan is my favorite Disney movie out of all of them. I just watched it the other day with my daughter. So let's get down to business. Dark hair casting blue. You can see those blue highlights, which means cool. And then we have dark brown eyes. You know what? I should zoom in. Did the animators give her dark brown they did give
dark
her
brown.
Yeah, if you zoom in, they are dark brown. And then she has the dark eyebrows to match. And you can see the cast going blue around them as well. And then they also put her in this emerald green right here.
And they gave her a neutral lip, which I thought was
Yeah.
interesting.
It looks good on her. That's a good lip color.
I like it.
So we have dark hair. And then we have now our next spectrum that we like to look at. So we did light versus deep. So, and she falls on the deeper side. We then do warm versus cool.
I think her skin tone, as portrayed here, is warm.
So her hair is cool.
Her skin tone is warm. So we have a bit of a clash there, right? So maybe we need a tiebreaker.
Which we move on to our soft versus clear.
And does she have vibrant eyes? Noticeable eyes?
Very high contrast between the whites of her eyes and her pupils?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So if we were looking at 6 dominant characteristics going through each of the different levels, I would give her a deep. I would go coolish because her hair is very intense. I would lean her more towards coolish because we have the cool brows, cool eyes, cool hair, cool lip. I would shift her closer to the cooler side on that spectrum. And then moving one down, soft versus clear, she is very clear. So wearing those vibrant, bold, jewel tone colors, perfect.
Worked perfectly.
So gorgeous and stunning in those colors. There you have it, Mulan.
Ah. What?
What did you just say?
I said, ah.
Oh, I thought you said Tana.
No,
Tiana.
Tiana. No, I said, ah.
Okay.
I love her. I love her.
All right, next, Tiana. Okay, this image was interesting because her hair looks very warm in this one, which is the one that I saw Disney used. And I was like, okay, we're going to use this one because I feel like when I saw the movie or the animators created her, they tend to go black with her hair.
And her doll.
Right, but here it is very noticeable that they cast this as a warm brown, which I thought was interesting. So look at that warm brown hair, warm brown skin tone, warm brown eye color, hazel eyes, I guess we should say. The lip is leaning a little bit cooler on the rim, but in the middle it's a little bit like down where the highlight is, it's warmer. Her blush, it will, because the skin tone is coming through a little bit, it looks like if she applied cooler blush, but it's leaning a little warm because the skin tone showing. So let's do our light versus deep. Light versus deep. Deep. Warm versus cool.
Warm.
Very warm. And then soft versus clear.
Well, I think that you're not going to agree with me.
Okay.
But her eyes are so striking.
This is tough.
On the other hand, everything is kind of the same color. You know, so the soft category would say that if her hair and her skin and her eyes are kind of all in the same range, and if you close one eye and kind of blur it all together, it would be one color. I just did that. It was. So that would make her soft. But I'm going to go with clear because of those eyes.
Well, also look at her brows. You know what they didn't do was highlight warmth in the brows at all. They made them very dark brown, almost black. And then her outline on her hair is black as well. But when you look at her eyes, the contrast, the vibrancy of the whites of her eyes and her eye color is so high contrast. But if I was going to put her in the dominant characteristic system, I would probably throw her into the warm category.
Interesting. Because she is pretty consistently warm.
Right.
Warm across the board. Well, you know what we can do? We can illustrate both.
You're going to drape her, aren't you?
I'm going to drape her. So the next slide will be Tiana in both. I want to see her in the color that matches those gold striations in her eyes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because
that would lean warm and
if we did that,
clear.
She would be warm. We're going to have to test her.
It's tough because these people aren't real, you know? You get like one shade of skin tone color. You get the eyes. I mean, they gave her, I guess the one thing that has the most depth is her eye color here.
And let's face it, you know, eyes are never that big. So, you know, if her eyes were a normal human being size, or if they did to this particular movie what they did to Little Mermaid, and they remade it with a normal human
Mm-hmm.
rather than a animated character.
Right. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Just to have a little fun with Disney princesses. We do have a whole lot more princesses to do. We just wanted to start out, see if you guys enjoyed this kind of video, figuring out what season they fall into, whether it's the 4-season category or the 6 palette system, which we just finished up.
Exactly. Because as we've always told you, you can color analyze anything.
That's true. You know, we love paintings, art.
Yes, and
cartoons.
We are about to be doing a masterpiece in our series of masterpieces. We're about to do the 6 palette, the 6 dominant characteristics system on masterpieces.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to that. So subscribe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. We'd love to bring you on our color analysis journey. So thank you for joining us today. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And this has been another color class, and we'll see you in our next video.